Okay, I'm talking to Magga
Yes.
and Einar of the Sugarcubes, who are playing Friday night at Club Soda for their first appearance in Canada. And firstly, I wanted to ask you, what kind of reaction did you expect North America to have to the Sugarcubes' music?
None whatsoever. No.
Why is that?
It's just, one of those things. You don't expect anything.
But as in 6 months ago, when Europe was reacting to the first releases, even last summer when the 12 inches were coming out, you never thought that it would come over across the ocean?
No, not really, because this is a big continent and, we are very small people, and now we're traveling for 2 months over the whole North American continent, and it's just a big country, and why should we expect 6 months ago that we would be over here? I mean, that's just ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous in the aspect that if one conquers one side of the ocean, one would expect to go to the other side of the ocean and at least try to make an impression. But it never even occurred to you?
No, we're not in the record industry.
You're in the publishing industry.
Yes, and we are in the entertainment industry. So we go wherever the fun is. That's why we're here in Montreal.
All the facets
Yep.
of the entertainment industry. Well, I spoke with Bjork last week, and she told me a bit about the Bad Taste publishing company, in that you have an art gallery and you published poetry and all different sorts of things.
Well, we just do everything that we like to do, and if we find something that is interesting, we try to do it, and we are doing the Sugarcubes now.
Is this just a temporary musical project for the members of the band?
I don't think that I'm gonna be doing this until I'm 45.
Oh no. no, but you do plan for another record or two at least, don't you?
Yes, we do, but we never know what will happen.
We don't make 5-year plans or anything like that. We just take, every day as it comes. Try to get through that.
As the Sugarcubes, as the musical collective.
Yeah.
What would you, as the Sugarcubes, not as individuals, but in this musical formation, like to do next?
We can't even think that far. We are in North America until 12th of September, and that's enough for us.
And it's maybe too much for us. We don't know. But I think really would like to have some time to make new songs.
And not do interviews. No offense meant. This is true. We would just like not to do interviews.
Have you even played with the ideas of doing any collaborations with other artists that you've come into contact with, be it performance art, music, painting, poetry, whatever?
No.
None at all?
Not me. I'm not a musician, so I can't work with any other people. No, I mean, there's nothing planned. I mean, we're just the Sugarcubes.
For now?
Yeah.
Are you pleased by all of the attention that you've been getting, or is it just annoying to you?
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
Because there are good sides and bad sides
Yeah.
to it all.
Yeah, but it's, an interesting lifestyle, and it's, it's been fun for us to check it out, check out hotel rooms. There's this brilliant thing about hotel rooms. They all look the same, except here in Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I noticed.
Yeah, they're nice here in Montreal.
A little bit of
European
class.
We can give, the total hotel guide book, how to avoid nice hotels. Join the Sugarcubes.
I think also the point is that we find all these things a little bit funny. We can have a big laugh about it.
A little bit surreal.
It's absurd. Yesterday, what?
When we went in the limo.
Yeah.
What happened in the limo?
Well, we stopped on the way and had some takeaway food. So we were sitting like 6 people in the back of the limo with all this takeaway food in our lap. And it was.
They couldn't believe us when we stopped at Food Rockers in New Jersey.
In a big limousine.
Do we all get into that car? So it was quite funny.
How did New York treat you?
We don't go into any judgment of audience. We don't really notice how the audience treats us, because if we did, then we would probably get very upset, because there's probably one sort of I don't know if I can use the word, so I won't use it. There's probably one difficult person in every audience. So if you let that annoy you, then you shouldn't go on stage. So, the audience is audience.
So the band, when you are on stage, there is no interaction between the audience, even just by feelings?
Oh yeah, it's more that how we treat the audience. It's not how the audience treat us. We are the abusive persons in that auditorium. We abuse the audience. And so it's more of, and that's down to you. When you see our concert, it's more up to you to answer how we treat you, or not how the audience treats us. Because we can turn very nasty if the audience wants that. So if the audience are lovely, we are lovely. Because if you take a sugar cube, and you throw it, it's very hard, and it can even make a cut on your face. Mm-hmm. We learned that because we used to throw sugar cubes out into the audience, and they threw it back, so we stopped that.
Oh, and it cut you.
Yep.
Would you say that chance or luck or some force higher than just the interaction of the people?
You mean God?
No, not going that high, not at all. I don't even want to get into that. Did it have to do with timing and just the chemistry between the people? Do you think that has worked so well for the Sugarcubes as a band?
Well, we are unique in the sense that there's only one band in the world called the Sugarcubes. Record companies are now all over Iceland looking for another Sugarcubes. Mm-hmm. They're trying to look, but they can't. The same, everybody is individual. We are individual, and it so happens we are together, and we get on very well. And I could also say that okay, I think if you look at what happened for us in Britain, is that the British music was just gone so stale. They had gone into all this revival, psychedelia revival, all kinds of revival. Mm-hmm. And then they had to find something from outside, and it's the same like with the walls of Rome. They will collapse from the outside, so we are collapsing in on this music business industry, and we will be the final death of it.
And that's why you decided to name the company Bad Taste?
Totally. We've got also this world domination or death. We don't care which one it is. We're a band with a death wish.
To annihilate yourselves?
No, just, world domination or death.
If you can't have it all, you don't want it at all.
Yeah, we can either take world, we can take domination, we can take we can take death. We've got 4 choices.
And each one of them would satisfy you.
Yep.
We can do whatever we want if this falls apart.
She can become a classical piano player. I can be a stand-up comedian in a dive bar somewhere in Moose Lake, Minnesota. I don't really care.
But would you stay in Iceland once it fell apart?
Not if we're rich enough to live in Bermuda. Yeah, well, the bottom line is we want money.
And that's the general flow underneath this whole facade of the Sugarcubes?
There is no facade. What you see is what you get from us. And we've been trying to maintain that in all our contracts with big record companies, with everybody. You don't get anything except but what you see. We don't do gimmicks. We are not conning anybody. If we're not, then we want money, because we put our sort of physical and mental health on the line every day. It's no fun being locked up in an asylum just because you were once a Sugarcube.
Have you written it in your contracts with the big companies to give you complete artistic control over what is produced by the Sugarcubes?
Yes, in the way that everything is mutual. If they say no, we say no. And nothing happens. Mm-hmm. So both can say no. So then you have to sit down and discuss it and find a way out. That way nobody can do anything without each other's consent. So that is very necessary for the whole process of trying to put out what we feel is right.
So they're not operating you at all and saying, here, be good boys and girls, go and do this for your band and it will bring you this much more.
No, I mean, I don't think that it's sort of manipulation of the Sugarcubes or that we were some puppets or things like that. It's just that we are 6 individuals in this band. Mm-hmm. And I would really like to see a record company try to manipulate us into doing some things.
and see what would happen.
Ah. I mean, we don't care. Therefore, it wouldn't work.
To talk more about Iceland, to talk about bad taste and maybe even Graham records a bit, but what is happening in Reykjavik and the Icelandic scene right now as far as what is coming out of it? What kind of ideas, what kind of sounds?
It's quite active right now. A lot of young bands, all sorts of ideas.
Yeah, loads of poetry as usual. We don't know really. We're not that much in Iceland anyway. No, I mean we are the biggest garage band in Iceland. We play with other bands and things like that. But it's always much smaller than everywhere else because there's only 249,000 people.
Right.
So it is very small.
And
so
2% would come out to see one of your shows.
We don't know yet. It depends on how many people come and see your show and things like that. But it changes very rapidly because there is a lot of turnover in people. They get bored. They don't have many people to play to or sell records to. So it's possibly 1 month is brilliant. Then next 2 months are horrible. So there's nothing that we can say specifically about the situation. But there are loads of things happening. You just have to find them.
Are you satisfied artistically, musically, by doing what you're doing with the Sugarcubes?
I think we will have to say yes, because then we wouldn't be doing it if we were not happy with it.
But if the propelling force is money, sometimes that can pad the fulfilling feeling.
It can never, I think, affect our music. The day we would find out that we were changing our music because of something else, it would all just collapse immediately.
And you mentioned that thing that you said propelling force is money. We've got this strange sense of humor. We find it very funny that we're getting paid for doing what we're doing.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, so I mean, that is the propelling force, is money. And we find it very funny, and we like to be amused. Yeah, and amuse yourself, not abuse yourself.
Have you gotten any inspiration, not from big bands, but simply other artists you've come into contact with?
Not inspiration for our music. We possibly got sort of respect for some people, but not inspiration.
It would be unconsciously if it is.
I hope that you just do what you do until you're finished doing it.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I think we will be doing that until it's finished. We will know when the time has come.
And you won't let any company tell you when that time has come, telling you to produce more and more music.
They forget we can always flee to Iceland and hide in a glacier. That's what they forget. Or take our disguise off, become real penguins.
Or trees.
No, penguins.